Hey, it's Mark here with Cedar Falls Farm. I am going to do a detailed overview of Springfield Campground. It's a Corps of Engineer campground outside of Anderson, South Carolina on Hartwell Lake. There's the sign. It's just off of Providence Church Road, and this is Springfield Road that we're going down. There's a lot of traffic down here today. It's check-in time, so a lot of folks are coming in. I'm going to try to do this holding this camera mount rather than normally I do it on my bicycle handlebars, or I do it wearing a headband mount, which I have broken and it's not working properly anymore. So here we go down to the entrance at the gate. Very busy down here, as I said. They were lined up when I came out. You can see the camp opens at 7 a.m., closes at 10 p.m. and sometimes it opens up a little bit earlier. Checkout is no later than 2. Check-in is at 3. There's the first bathhouse on the left here. It is accessible. We're going in order. Sites 1 through 8 are on this loop. Site 1 is coming up here on our right. All of these are on our right on this particular loop. 1 is occupied. Here is 2. 2 is a hold site. You don't have a lot of water access on 1 currently. The lake is down. That is a pull through on 2. Good access to the water here. 3 is currently occupied. You see there's a 5th wheel in there, plenty of room. Also good access to the cove. Number 4 here is another back end. Good site. And there's a bathhouse here. I think it's just a restroom, no bath, shower. Top of the hill. Here we have 5 as another back end site. Good access to the water. Nice big site. 6 is another downhill. I think my 5th wheel would fit in there easily. Beautiful view from that one. 7 is a pull through. And the living area, outdoor area is down some steps. The same with 8. 8 also is a pull through. My friends have been on that side. I've spent some time on it. There's a cut through that goes down to where the boat ramp's at. That trail does. Bathhouse up here on the right. Hey, how's it going? It's one of the main bathhouses. 2 showers on each side, and does have toilets. Continue down to 9 through 24. Site 9 are camp host. Very nice couple. This is also the area where the boat ramp's at. That trail we saw above 8 comes out down here. Right over here is access for that trail. Site 9, as I said, camp host. Site 10, very nice site. I've been on it before. There's a narrow access to the water back there. 11, very nice site, good access to the water. Courtesy dock here, boat ramp. Site 12, smaller site, but good water access. 13, a small pull through, good water access. 14, another pull through, as is 15, and I have been on site 15. Good water access. There's actually a rock wall fenced in down there. 16, nice back end. I know a fifth wheel will fit in there. 17, when I still had my wife with me, we used that site. Very good site on the point. 18, nice pull through. They've done some improvements on this site here. But both of these have a beautiful view. I particularly like 17. You can see out across the big water. Little trail through the woods going up toward the bathhouse there. Some overflow parking up here. I believe you only have 2 visitor passes per site. I'm currently on this loop here. 20 is a back end site. Nice site, plenty of room on it. Gentle walk down to the water, and there is that same retaining wall around. It's got the fencing. Here's a nice pull through site. Everything's on one level. 21, here is another pull through. A little more of a bank to get down to, as is 22, the site that I'm on. It is a pull through. I've enjoyed my time there. This is my last full day. And here's 23, a small pull through. Some folks tent camping. Here's a walking trail that goes over to the swimming area. 24 is a pull through. Learning to get my exercise on this e-trike, doing more pedaling on it. And we're going to go up on the peninsula up here next. Look, there are deer everywhere in this park. So my advice is, if you visit, be careful about your speed and watch for deer jumping out in front of you. Another bathhouse here on our left. Our shower and bath facilities there. Campground's starting to look a lot better from when they had to cut down the trees. There were pine beetle infestations. Did a lot of damage. We're going 25 through 48. 25 here, no water access. Smaller site, but a decent site. 26, and it looks like a camp host because that is full service on that one. Septic. This is the back side of the trail we saw on the other side coming over to the swimming area, playground area. And they do have life jackets here for use. Water's not very deep out there right now. It's only about 4 feet deep, I think, at max. But it's down significantly. Nice pull through site here on 27, but if you don't mind the sun, this is full sun. There's no shade, no trees left around it. Not a bad site. We'll ride through 28. Another pull through. We do have water access here. Nice little site. 29. Another pull through. Do have a little bit of shade. You're going to get morning shade, afternoon you're going to have full sun. .30 is a good level side out there, but it's going to be full sun. 31 you'll have morning sun and then afternoon shade. 32 you'll have a little bit of shade. 33 is pretty open, as is 34, but you are right on the point here. We'll ride out on it. So if you don't mind being in the open, no shade, great site. And it has the rock wall around it. But what a view. I mean, there's water all the way around you on this one. .35, small site. Somebody left wood for the next folks. 36. Good sized site, some shade. 37 does have shade, level site, good water access. 38's occupied, but decent looking site with a lot of shade. .39's another that has some good shade on it. .40, 41, close into each other. Double site. Families can share on that one. Here through 41 through 46. Here's 41 and 42 are double sites again. I think it would take small campers or tents to share this one. This is an accessible site. 42 has concrete, nice and level, nice shaded. 43 is a nice long site, wide right here on the point. 44 is a nice site, fairly level, wide open. 45, another nice site. You have a good afternoon shade on it. Small pull through here on 46, right at the end of the cove. It's not too hot today. So I think the 21st of September. Feels comfortable here in South Carolina. Shorts and short sleeves. 47, the back end side, as is 48. 49 is another back end. A lot of room in there, a lot of privacy. Good many trees. Another nice site here, 50. A lot of shade still. 51, a smaller site. Have a playground here on the left, uphill, for the kiddos. 52, nice site. '53 and 54 here together. It doesn't appear to be a double. 53 is a back end. 54 is a pull through with space behind. Interesting. The outdoor area is down some steps. One complaint I have about most of these, not just Corps Engineer parks, but most of the parks I've been to, even state parks here in South Carolina and Georgia, where they have steps, they don't have handrails. And my wife, God rest her soul, she could not get up and down those by herself. I had to help her up and down. And when I'm having trouble with my knees, it's very difficult for me too. So I try to avoid these kind of sites, but beautiful site, very beautiful. '55 is another small pull through. Have trees all around, you don't have quite the view. 56 is another pull through. Some shade. 57, another small pull through, but looks like a good bit of room to get in. 58, a pull through, down a little bit. 59 is sort of a pull through. 60 is another pull through. It's a long ways down to the water from here. Then 61, 62 is another double site. Not bad, but again, if you want to get down to the water, you have a hike. Pretty steep. 62 is a pull through, and I'd hate to pull through. It's a little steep and has a good angle on it too. 63 is the back end. Looks like a really nice site though. Looks like it's been recently redone as well, with new timbers and a lot of fresh gravel in it. 64 is another pull through. Looks decent. It's not too far down to the water. 65 is a back end. Looks like very easy to back into site. And you have a beautiful overlook here on the water. I'm thinking about coming back up here the end of October, and 64, the one just before us, the pull through is available. And 66 up here, you have access to the water, but you're at the very peak of the cove, you're at the very end of it, and right now there's not a lot of water down there. Still not a bad site. Hey, how are you? You also have trash bins here at the end. And we have one more section to go through here. Small section. I'm really enjoying this park. This is, I think, my 4th time camping over here in the past year. This one closes at the end of October, opens back up in April. 67, nice little back end site. 68, looks like beside it, a double site there. Oh no, it's all one site, excuse me. There's 68. Another back end. It's a double site here. 69, 70. And camp host actually. Over here on our left we have a bathhouse. 71, small back end. Downhill. Let's just pull in 72 here. This is a pull through. Good ways down to the water. And again, this is where your outdoor area is down a set of steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps. So if you have trouble with mobility, this would not be a good site for you. But it's a good size, be easy to get into. 73 is a pull through. Outdoor areas on the lower level. 74 is another back end, and you have a good view out there. Not a lot of shade. 75 here, a pull through. But you can see the water is a long ways down, way down. So if you're not planning to get in the water or fish, you just want to look, not bad. 76 is another pull through. I would have trouble getting my 5th wheel lined up on this one. These are all these sites out here have 50, 30 amp and a 110, probably a 20 amp. 77 is a back end. You do have a little bit of a view here. 78 is a back end site, as is 79. It's the other side to the bathhouse access and to the playground. Accessible parking here. Some kind of trail there. Okay, we will come out near the main gate again, and we'll head up the hill, and I'll pull through the dump station. There's a dump station and there's a couple of trash bins up there. Dumpsters, if you will. You can see at some point the road went straight ahead. It loops back around to the left, and the gate is just over here to our right. So the action is slowed down here at the gate. Well, one thing I do like up here at the dump station, there's entrance in 2 directions. I like to enter coming from the other direction because it just seems to me you get better drainage out of your tanks than you do if you come in from this direction. We're going to enter from the gate side. There are the two dumpsters up here. This is the dump station, and I really appreciate that they have trash cans out here, so if you're wearing your rubber gloves, you take them off, you have a place to toss them. A typical dump station. Again, if you're too far over, it's hard to see on camera, but the ground slopes away, and you're not going to get quite as good a drainage. So I prefer the upper side where it slopes toward the dump station. So that's probably going to wrap it up for this. I appreciate you joining in and taking time with me today to ride through Springfield Corps of Engineer Park on Hartwell Lake. Enjoy the outdoors. I know my wife was the driving force for us to get a camper. I enjoyed camping when I was young. I was in Boy Scouts. I used to camp in my teen years. I'd leave school sometimes and go straight to the lake, sometimes a tent, sometimes not. Maybe sleep in a hammock. And then Uncle Sam kind of turned me against camping. Wasn't crazy about sleeping out in a pup tent, as we called it, and having to find somebody in your unit that had if you had the button side, they had to have the loop side so you could put your pup tent together. And camping in freezing weather in a tent with your nose sticking out of a mummy sleeping bag is not my idea of fun. But this is more glamping now, having everything with you, your own bed, all that. But some people still come out and they still camp using tents, and I respect that, but tents are a lot different than they were when I was younger. So please give us a like and subscribe and help support the channel. That's it from Mark and from Springfield Corps of Engineer Park and on Lake Hartwell. Thanks.